Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on this introduction video on this playlist that we've created for Salesforce SMEs and nonprofits who are having some issues with automating Salesforce. So the way we're going to set this playlist up is pretty simple. I'm going to apologize in advance because this video is going to be a little bit longer than I like to have them. So we're going to start with the challenge, then we're going to talk about the solution. I'm going to give you a couple analogies to help you get your head around this whole thing. And then what we're going to do in the rest of the playlist is we're going to walk you through interactively a playbook setup. And along the way, it's going to be a case that we've already done, and we're going to just walk through it together. Okay, so let's start with the challenge. Now, the challenge is really, it's about being a square peg in a round hole. And well, why does that happen? Well, the reason why it happens is because the way the Salesforce ecosystem is set up is that all the advisors out there who are sort of putting you into Salesforce projects, by and large, are incented by Salesforce to do so. And that's not a problem. It's just the way the business works. They have to make money, Salesforce has to make money, and they all have their plans. That's fine. But if you are a square peg getting put into a round hole, you're basically being square pegged, and that's not good, right? And that's the exact problem that we want to solve for you going forward. So how do we solve that problem? Now, the best way for me to explain it is to provide you with an analogy. Think about like a super agency where you have technologists, you've got people who are testing apps, you have people who are business experts like in specific domains. For example, B2B sales, B2B marketing, onboarding, support, accounting, and then even e-commerce, right? So a lot of different areas where you've got the technology, which is matching with sort of the strategy and the operational bits that make it all go. And then the third component, you usually have a client services team to make sure that you are super happy and that you're meeting all of your objectives seamlessly. Okay, so there's an analogy there. So with that headspace, right, now think of DoorDash. With DoorDash, you have a meal in mind that you want. So you want to order up that meal. You don't want to do all the cooking. You don't want to do the grocery shopping. You just want it delivered to you instantly so you can stick a fork in it, pull out a couple plates and start to enjoy. Okay, that's exactly what we have going on here. Now, I would even extend that analogy to Uber. Now, let's just pretend that you're on vacation. You don't know where anything is, but you know that you want to see some sort of site or hit some sort of restaurant or club or whatever it is. You're not going to necessarily rent a car or jump on a bike or whatever it is to go to the destination. You're going to, on demand, expect or want to have transportation to get to deliver you, from A to B. On demand. You don't want to wait around for a taxi and have that taxi show up and deliver you to the wrong place. That's the square peg in a round hole analogy. Okay. So there's the grounding for what we've got set up, and we call it the SashUp's playbook methodology. We've got that set up. Now in the next video, what I'm going to do is we're going to go to a profile, which is going to be my own. We're going to use this as an example, and then we're going to walk through the process of selecting a playbook, getting a playbook set up, and then start to operate it. And before I sign off, I just wanted to say here that the whole key thing to this idea is that we put all of our users of the playbooks into the right hands of SashUppers, as we call them, our creators. And that is working to help you develop a relationship with these people, that you become to get to know them really well. And that's our safeguard about, you not really becoming a square peg getting fit into a round hole. Because the last thing we want to do is have some sort of incentive to have you work our agenda. No, we want to have it be as distributed as possible. And that could be someone maybe who, is working in a local city to you or in your local area. Or these could be groups of people who have specific domain expertise that you really need to run your business. So, hey, I'm really sorry that this video was a little bit long, but I wanted to make sure we laid out some really good, solid groundwork in terms of how we're thinking about this. And yeah, in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the profile page. You're going to sign up, and then we're going to start to just work that playbook together. Awesome. Thanks so much for tuning in. Can't wait. You're going to be going on the vacation that we call work, where you're never going to get lost. Cheers.